Hi guys, and welcome back to Art Shop channel. Okay guys, after the Insta poll, I asked you guys what animal you would like me to change the paintbrush into, and it come back neck and neck. One was a cow and one was a sheep. Now I am going to show you on this tutorial how to make the sheep. Okay, so to start with, we need a brush, and here's one that's no good that would normally go into landfill. So this is the one I'm going to change into a sheep. Now, for some reason, I painted this white already, and I must have thought I was going to use it on another project, but that didn't happen, so I'm going to use it for this particular project. So without further ado, what we need first is our clay. And this is a product I'm going to use again, Daz. I use this quite a lot. It's an air dry clay, very good. And this is what I'm going to use. So first of all, what we need to do is make a face for the sheep. So I'm going to just take off a little bit of clay, and what I'm going to do is just knead it, just get it nice and smooth, just like that, and give it a little roll into a ball, so something like that, and then make it into a cone shape. And then all you do is just make it flatter, and you want this bit in for the nose and the mouth part, and this is the top of the head. So if you think of it like that, and then basically it's going to go on something like that. Now it looks a bit big, so I'm just going to push down the edges to smooth it out slightly, but saying that, I think it's going to be fine, so I am happy with that. So straight away we've made our head. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is make some sockets for the eyes, because I find when I make sheep, if you have big sockets, it looks more effective. So what you'll need to do is one of these tools. Like I've said before, if you haven't got one of these tools, you can just use the end of a pen, okay, because you just want a curved area just like that. Okay, you can see that, lovely. So the next thing I'm going to do is just make an indentation with the eye socket, just like that. Okay, and that's all you need to do. So there you go, you've got your eye socket in there straight away. Now what I'm going to do next is make the eyes. Now you need to have a little bit of clay like so, and to split it into two equal parts as much as you can do, and make them into balls the best you can for the eyes, funnily enough. And once you're happy with the roundness of them, is that such a thing, you can just pop them in the sockets and see if they fit, and they do. So I'm happy with that. In fact, I might. Am I going to do it smaller? No, I'm going to leave it like that. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. I'm not going to stick them in yet, but I'm just going to keep them in there just so that you guys can see what I'm doing. So the next thing we need to do is make a couple of ears. Now, get a little bit more clay, about this much, and give it a little knead, and then roll this into a ball, and then split it into two. Okay? And then what we're going to do here is make them into two balls, and then I'm going to make them into a cone like so. Okay, and then I'm going to flatten the bigger end with pinch them together with my fingers like so. Okay, and the same with the other one. Now the other end, you want to flatten it even more, so just really squeeze that in, because this is going to go under there like so in a moment, but you just need to make that thinner than what you did originally. So you have something like that. You see that side on? Lovely, isn't it? Absolutely marvellous. And then that's going to go under there like so, and that'll be stuck on at a future date on the next tutorial. Okay, so that's so far so good. So with the eyes, we just need to finish the ears, we just need to finish those off. Now what you need to do with these is get your straight edge. I've got this for clay, but if you haven't got it, like I said before, use a straight edge that you wouldn't use for any kind of food preparation or anything for food. So a good thing would be a ruler, funnily enough, because it's flat. Okay, and what we're going to do is you're just going to make some indentations just like that all the way around and around the ear. And so you've got something like that going on. Okay, you see that? Lovely, isn't it? Absolutely marvellous. Now you're going to do that with the other side. So get the thicker end and just go around and make those little indentations with your straight edge. Flatten that out again a little bit and then just pop them under there, under the head, just like so. Okay, and don't worry too much, we can mess about with them where you want them at a later date. And it's going to be something like that. So now we've got the face, the eyes with the sockets and the ears. So that's all done. Now the next thing we need to do is we need to put the nose in and the mouth. Now again, you're going to need a straight edge for this. And what I'm going to probably do is pick it up and do it this way. And what you need to do is make a V for the nose. Now you'll see what I mean when I do it. So you go like this and then like that. So there's your V. Okay, can you see that? You can, that's great. Okay, then you're going to do a little line like so. And then you want to do like a, sort of like a smile going on. So it's a little bit tricky, but you can sort of make it into a V if you find that easier. So something like that. Can you see that? Let me just show you a close-up. Yes, so something like that. Okay, now you'll need another little round end, and we're just going to pop a little circle in there, and I'll show you why in a moment, into the mouth part. Okay, so now we've got, I'm just going to tidy that up slightly. Now we've got that going on, and I'll probably just put an indentation in again. So something like that. You don't want to mess about too much with it because you'll probably ruin it and have to do the head again. But I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to place that back down onto my brush, like so. And put the eyes back on. Why not? And I'm going to make a tongue, because like I've said before, I use, my characters all have tongues. So I'm going to get a piece of clay about this big, and I'm going to roll it into a ball and then make it into a cone like so. Then I'm going to flatten it all the way along like so. You see that? Lovely, isn't it? Absolutely marvellous. You're all following me? I hope you are. Lovely. It's so exciting showing you all. There you go. And then what's going to happen is I just need to squeeze that end in a bit, because this bit is going to go in that hole I made, or hopefully it is anyway. Something like that. See, I haven't quite finished it, so I'm not going to put it in quite yet. Okay, now we need to make the tongue. So all you need to do is put a little line with your straight edge. Okay, and then you need to get some indentations going on there for the taste buds. Okay, so you just pop that on like that, just to give it a bit of, you see that? You can. That's great. Just a little bit of the old tongues, ridges and things for the taste buds. Okay, so now I'm just going to place that into the mouth. Okay, and I'm going to fold it over slightly, and it probably won't stay in there because it will have to be stuck. So like it's just falling out there. So I just want to make sure. I might have to make that a little bit bigger. Oh, I know, broken it all. How terrible is that? Let's put that quickly back together. That happens sometimes, guys, but don't panic. Just go with it, okay? Where was it? Okay, there we go. And it's so good that it's not stuck down because we can keep moving it around. So just put that back. I mean, don't worry too much if it's not in the right place. It's just going to fill because we're going to stick it all together on another tutorial. Okay, so let's get back to it. Right, the next thing we need to do is try and put that in there. So that's going to go in there like so. And it's actually staying in there, so I'm quite happy with that. I might do it like that because I'm probably going to leave it like this and let it all go hard like that, but it won't actually stick anything. So even though everything will be hard at a later date in a couple of days, I'll be able to pull everything apart easily. It won't be difficult for me. Okay, so that's basically the head. Okay. And the next thing I'm going to do is the legs. Well, I say legs, but I'm only actually putting the bottoms of the hooves on. So you get a bit more of a piece of clay and make it into two pieces, excuse me, two pieces. Okay. And then what we're going to do is you're going to roll it into a sausage like so. And then you just need to pinch the edges, no, the ends, that's what I'm trying to say. And then you just give them a little turn like that. So you get that sort of thing going on. And then what we're going to do is just pull it round like so. So you've got this going on. And then we're going to pinch it like so. So you've got this kind of thing. You see that? Very exciting. Look at that. Okay. And that side's slightly bigger than the other, but don't worry about that because that just gives it character. Okay, I'm going to put that down, and now I'm going to do the same with the other one. So roll it into a sausage, and then roll these ends into a point, and then just fold it over like so, and then just push it all down like so. So you've got this sort of thing going on. In fact, I'm going to go back on the other one and pinch it like so. So you've got this. You see that? I'll put them down, that'll probably be easier. So you've got that going on, okay? So that's all fine. Next thing, we're not quite finished with these little hoods. And what we need to do, we're going to put some little, I suppose it's like nails, you could say, but obviously it would be the hoof part, because that's the foot, and then this is going to be the actual hoof. So what you need to do is get 4 little round pieces of clay, and then you want to press it like so, and then you want to, oh, this one's not very good, so it's a bit dry, so I'm just going to knead it again. See, this is the way it rolls sometimes when you're doing this live. You know what I mean? What I'm saying? You do. That's great. So roll it again, and that's better. And then I'm just going to pinch it, and then what you want to do is make it into a triangle. So you sort of do that. Can you see that? But you also need to flatten it slightly. So you will need to mess about with it slightly. And make it go like this. Okay. Now, so now we've got a triangle. Can you see that? Can you see that? Oh my God, it's amazing. Okay, and that triangle is going to go on. I have to put that down, I'm afraid. Just like there. So it's going to be stuck on like that. Okay, can you see that? Hopefully you can. Now you can do the other side. So just make it into a ball. And this one's gone a bit hard. And I'll tell you why that is. It's because it's a little bit, and it starts to dry very quickly. So you need to be fairly quick with this. And I'm in a hot environment, so that doesn't help either. So you might get this problem, you might not. But if you do, just keep kneading it and get it to work for you. And you don't want loads of cracks. Okay, so you're going to push that down again like so. Make it into a triangle like so. Push it again. Flatten it and make another triangle. And then we're going to pop that on the other side of that hoof. And it might not stay on, but don't worry. It's a bit fiddly because it's small. I might need a tool for this. And I'll pop that on like that. No, it's not quite. Now what's going to happen is this bit, like this bit, is going to be white, and then these two hoofy bits, these triangles, will be black. So all will make sense in the next tutorial when I stick it all together and show you how to paint it. Okay, so you do that with the other hoof. So I'll just show you. So make it into a ball, and then make it flat, and then make it into a triangle. Okay, And again, this one's gone a bit funny. It probably doesn't help because my hands are dry with the clay I've used before, as you can see. So if you find this too difficult, well, just wash your hands and it might help. Okay, a little side tip there, guys. Okay, so I made another triangle and I'm just going to pop that, offer it onto that. And I knew that wouldn't stick. Well, it's not going to stick anyway, but it wouldn't stay. Oh, it did, look. I needed faith, didn't I? I just needed a little bit of faith, guys. Okay, so we're just going to, I'll need this one. And then I'm going to roll it into a ball again and pinch it flat, make it into a triangle, flatten it again, make it back into a triangle, and then pop it on there. Okay, so there you go. So now we've got the top bit. Don't worry too much. They're going to go roughly there, but we'll worry about that when we stick it all on after it's been painted. Okay, so now we need to do exactly the same again, but for down here. Now, the way to do that is exactly what we've just done. So you get your clay and you knead it like so, and then take a bit off and try to get it, I'd say try to do the bottom feet slightly bigger because again, the rear end of a sheep, the legs wise, would be bigger. Well, would it be bigger? Well, it is on this one anyway. We're going to go with it, okay? So what we're going to do is make a ball, press it flat, and then, oh no, we didn't do that last time, did we? We made it into a sausage, and then we rolled the ends like so, and then folded those round like so, and then pinched it together like so. So there you go, we've got that going on again. Okay, so I'll pop that there. And roll that into a sausage, roll the ends like so, and then just fold it over, make a little pinch there, and then flatten that out. So you've got this kind of thing going on. So that's going to be the bottom. So again, we're going to make these triangles, these little ones, so just pull a bit of clay off and make 4 little balls. Actually, I'll make 2 little balls because it might dry out. So flatten it, make it into a triangle like so, flatten it again, triangle again, and then just pop it on. So there you go. Easy as that, guys. How easy is that? Roll that one out, flatten it, make it into a triangle, flatten it, make it into a triangle. Just turn that around and pop it on your bottom leg. Now get some more clay, just a little bit again, try to get the same sort of size, roll them into 2 little balls, flatten it, oops, make it into a triangle, flatten it, make it into a triangle. Okay, so there you go, pop it on there like so. Now you've got the other circle, flatten that, make it into a triangle, flatten it, and I've broken it already, so I've got to do that again. Sometimes they slip out your hand and it, you know, you go to catch it and then you mess it all up. So you just have to do it again. And that's a good thing about clay. You can just do it all again if it goes wrong. Okay, so we're making a ball, flatten it, make it into a triangle, flatten it, make it into a triangle. Okay, pop that on there. So that's going to be something like that. Like I say, don't worry too much where they're going to go because we'll mess about with it later on. Now, the next thing you need to do is make it into more like a sheep. Now, a sheep has loads of wool, doesn't it? So what I find is a very good thing, but it's a bit time consuming, and I will show you how to do it now, but I will finish it off off camera because you don't want to see me keep making balls. Now, what you need to do is get your clay, and then you need to pinch off a few, well, quite a lot actually, but it's worth doing this, guys. It's a bit labor intensive, but time consuming, but you'll get the gist and it will look good once it's all finished, because with a sheep, you need to make sure it's got loads of wool, okay? So I'll quickly show you this bit. So what we're going to do is you get your little pieces and you roll them into a ball, all of them. And once you've done that, we are going to stick them on. But you won't stick them on until... Actually, I might do it... No, I'll do it afterwards. I won't stick them on until we're sticking everything together. I was thinking then, guys, I might stick them on now, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait until they're dry. Or will I? Will I change my mind, guys? I don't know. You don't even know why I'm saying this. Okay, so what you do is you get your little circles. It's a bit fiddly. I'm going to move these bits out of the way with my triangles. And then we're going to basically, you stick on. Actually, I think I will do it because I think it's going to work easier than me trying to do it at a later date because they haven't set these circles yet. It's going to be easier. And I do believe when I made one of these before, I did that. So let me just move all this other bits and pieces out of the way because I don't want to get muddled up. Okay, right. So what we're going to do is you need to cover all this. Okay, I'd say all from there all the way down. So I'm not going to do all of it now. I'll do it off screen. So because you don't want to see me do all this completely, but I'm going to show you what you need to do to get to this stage. So you put some glue on. This is like UPVA school glue, and you got your little boards, and you basically just pop them on, and I'll show you because you need some on the side. So, oops, just rub it on. You don't need very much of it. And then what you're going to do is just keep putting these little balls all over it. Okay, and I'll show you why in a minute. Okay, and you can squeeze them together slightly, and that will help to stick everything together. Okay. So like I said, I'll do the rest of these. I'm going to cover the whole thing all the way down there, right underneath the face and the ear, and then you'll see what I mean. But I'm not going to do any more of that because you don't want, it's going to be another half an hour at least me making those. So you don't need to see all that. I'll do that off camera. But that's what I mean. So this is going to be the wool or the look of the, the woolly sheep. So yeah, so I'm going to do all that, and then that's basically it for now, and I'll let that all dry, finish those wool bits off, let it all dry, and then I'll come back, stick it all on, and do the base coat, and then let that dry, and then I'll do another clip to show you how to give it all highlights and lowlights and paint it properly, and to make it really zap and look like a fantastic sheep, and we'll go from there. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Any questions at all, please feel free to write in the comments below exactly what you would like me to answer, and we go from there. So keep watching and watch the next clip, and you'll see how it progressed and what we do next. Okay then, thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.